Okay, welcome again, everyone. This is Vicky, your tour concierge, and I am very, very happy to be with you all on this upcoming trip, the Asian Asian temples, pagodas, and palaces singles cruise. So I would love to start with, as I had mentioned, I will go over the really important information that we all need. And then since we're a small group, I don't mind if you ask me a question, while I'm talking, that's fine with me. Typically with a larger group, I have people wait, but this is easy. So has everyone had a chance to go over the final vacation details?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So let me see here. I have all of that information pulled up. Okay. So has everybody checked in for their cruise?
Yes.
Yep.
Great. So the important things are either that your passport is valid for 6 months after your return date. So please check that. I believe you've all completed the fit and willing to travel commitment. The check-in, good job, everybody, for doing that. The Vietnam visa, so that is included. Please don't worry about that. We have confirmation from Oceania. You can even go into your Oceania account and see that your visa has been taken care of by Oceania, and we will get it either upon embarkation or the first port stop. But that is all taken care of for everybody. What I like to do on the cruises also is to communicate via WhatsApp to the group. I have found that this makes, if there are any changes to the schedule, anything whatsoever, I can just text you all. Is everyone familiar with WhatsApp?
Yes.
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 Okay, great. So I will, I'm going to likely start a group the day before. I'm leaving here February 10th. Is that right? So on February 9th, as long as I have everybody's cell phone numbers. And you know what I'll do? Let me just think about this. On the information you all filled out, I should have your cell phone numbers. I will email everyone also, and I'm going to do BCC so that I'm not sharing everyone's email. You can just respond to me directly and not reply all with your cell phone, if that's okay. I'll send an email out tomorrow. I'll start a WhatsApp group and I'll name it the name of the tour. And that way we can communicate. Should you have any problems, let's say when you arrive at the airport, and I'll get to this also in a couple minutes, you can certainly text me. I will be there. I arrive the morning of the 11th, so a day before everybody. So please feel free to text me. What else? And yeah, so those are the important sort of documents that you need. Does anyone have questions about any of what I just said to start with? The visas? No. Okay. Okay, wonderful. One thing I did want to discuss is your flights, and I believe everyone has a transfer through Oceania. And that was one of the questions, Joanne, that you had. First is about your flights. Also, you've all gotten your flights through Oceania. So last week, we received everyone's, or maybe it was, what is today, Monday? I don't receive these, but the office receives them. Everybody's travel documents. Did they email them to you by any chance?
I got that today in email.
Wonderful.
I haven't received anything.
Okay, so if David got it, because that was something that I asked the office today, was to please email everybody their documents. So Joanne,
I'm sorry, when you say their documents, exactly what are you
It
talking?
was 5 PDF files.
Oh, yes, yes, I
Mhm.
did.
Okay.
Joanne, check your junk mail because
Yeah.
mine had gone into my junk mail.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yes,
Did it
Anyway,
come from, did it
it'll-
come from Catherine or did it come from?
It came from Catherine.
It came from, yeah, it would have come from Catherine, and I believe it says important is,
mhm.
yeah, Oceana Cruises final cruise vacation
Yeah.
summary.
yes, it was in my junk mail.
Okay, great. And I see now that Catherine has emailed me all of yours as well. So Joanne, if you don't, let's see, Ron, Joanne, does yours start with JD?
Yeah, JD at home.
Okay, I can forward this to you right now if
Yeah.
you like. Okay,
Okay, because I'm just looking in my junk mail and I don't see it there. And it's not in my regular mail either. I just have the notification from you or about this meeting tonight.
okay. I have the address at simpatico.ca.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'm gonna do this right now. And it's going to come from me now.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to go and take a look. So it will have your ticket contract. It should have, let me try to view all of these. It should have your flight information. So you will not receive tickets. There will be, you know, the flight, what is that called? The confirmation ticket.
Yeah,
So,
Okay.
okay, on Joanne, I'm looking at yours right now. It has your ticket number, your reservation code. So everyone, all of your flight information is in one of these 5 documents, the PDFs that you should have received today. So if you did not, let me go back to the chat so I can see you all. Okay, great, Olga, you got them. Perfect, perfect. So your flights are confirmed. If you see that there's anything different than you expected or different than we have that was on the flight manifest. So in the final vacation details, there was a list of everyone's flights, their arrival times. If you find that there's something different, please let us know. Don't you can let me know and I'll let Catherine or go straight to Catherine. But so your flights, you'll see are confirmed. Also your transfers. So let me just, sorry, I'm having to toggle screens because I want to see you all. That might have been in there too, the transfers.
There was something just telling me I had to transfer both directions, but there was no detail.
Okay, so wonderful. So the detail that I have is that the groups, so they'll be grouping people based on flight times. You
Okay, so
will,
mine being 5 a.m., how long am I likely have to wait for a
so
group?
what we've been told is that no one will have to wait more than 1 hour. David, that was actually my question because, you know, from the airport to the port is about an hour and a half.
Right.
And you're still going to be arriving at the ship quite early.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the question I don't have yet answered. Will you be able to go and get right on board?
Well,
I know
they gave me an embarkation time of 11 a.m.
at 11, and that's what I asked for too. So
And they didn't give me a choice. It said you are at 11.
yours says 11. When I did my online check-in, it let me choose. That was the earliest that was available.
Okay.
So I'll try to get answers because there are 2 people arriving quite early. You and
Me, Joanne, I'm
Joanne.
arriving at 6:10.
6:10 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're a full hour and plus ahead of after me.
Yeah,
I
and
arrived
after-
at 5:05, I think.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
and then I have 3 people at 10 a.m. Olga, Linda, and Jacqueline. You all are on, let's see.
They're on the same
Jacqueline and
flight
Olga are
according.
from Istanbul. And, oh, you're all three from Istanbul. So
Yes.
you can meet at the Istanbul
I didn't know
airport.
we were all on the same. I
Yes,
didn't know that.
Oh,
You're-
I didn't either.
the three of you.
I didn't even know that.
In Istanbul airport, I don't know how long your layover is, but it's really nice. You can spend days there.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
So, there's lots
But
of
hopefully you
shopping.
don't spend days there.
No, yes, correct, David. I just went through there in December when I flew home, to see my family, and boy, it's also expensive. I had like a little sandwich, like what you would consider, from a kiosk type thing. It was
Mhm.
$30.
What?
30.
30 US dollars for that and a water.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, just the airport, it's quite expensive.
Mm.
But beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, so what else do I want to go over with the transfers? Yes, so I've been told the transfers will be grouped. So for instance, let's say Joanne and David, you two might be grouped together and transferred together. Also, likely, I'm not sure, you might be grouped with other people who aren't with Singles Travel also going on the cruise. So there will be an Oceania representative ready and waiting to meet you all after you go through the security and get your luggage. So also I haven't looked through those documents because she sent them while I was sleeping, but David, you might be able, there might be an emergency contact number. You also have my number.
Weird.
Say that again. Oh, I thought David said something.
No, I didn't say anything. I don't remember seeing an emergency, but
Okay.
I will admit I did not read every word.
Okay, so don't worry, I will look into that and anything that I find out between now and the time of our cruise that's important, I'm going to relay to you all in an email. So I will make sure that you all have an emergency, beyond me, that you have an emergency contact number with Oceania prior to you departing the United States and Canada.
So when we get to the airport, will it be similar to what other cruise line cruises do, where they kind of have a plaque, Oceania in all likelihood, and you just follow them and you get on a bus or a van or
Exactly.
something?
Exactly. And they might meet you and then bring you to some place where you're gonna wait for 20 minutes while they go
Yeah.
and grab other people. Yeah,
Right, okay.
absolutely. They should be very well signed Oceania cruises. Yes, and they have everyone's flight information. I'm sure this is a very well-oiled machine where they're, since they're doing the transfers, they're doing the flights, they have it all taken care of. So certainly they have all your flight information as well.
Okay, so
Um,
then I didn't quite finish my check-in because I wasn't sure about what to put for the embarkation time. So did everybody put 11? Is that what we're doing? Is that the best thing?
No,
For,
mine
for
is
me,
2.
it did not give me a choice. It was a drop-down list with exactly one entry of 11.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 1,
Yeah.
3, and 11, okay. So
11, I mean, it's an hour and a half drive from the airport. 11 means we're probably going to get there well in advance of being able to board.
yeah.
And 11 was apparently the earliest time.
So
Yeah, it just means really waiting at
likely,
the airport.
yeah, likely what they do, I'm thinking on the river cruises I've been on, we've been able to board early. And they let you, stay in an area, enjoy, even if it's earlier than some people have disembarked the ship. I can't say that's for sure what's going to happen, but I have been on river cruises like that, where some people are still on board the ship from the last cruise. They're getting off kind of leisurely, and the people who are embarking for that day have a room, they have some food set up. So also because they know a lot of international flights are getting in so early in the morning. But I will try to get this information from Oceania, find out exactly what's going to happen for the people arriving at 10. it's a no-brainer. Check-in will have already started. You'll get there in time. I'm also hoping to go to the airport, meet you all, and take the 10:10 with the people arriving at 10:10 and take the shuttle with you all as well. So, okay, what else? Has everyone signed? I know most people have, but I think there was one person I wasn't sure who has not signed up for shore excursions. Okay.
have.
Oh,
I've got a full list.
okay, and I'm seeing here, Olga, thank you. The documents from Oceania have travel after hours hotline inside and outside the US. Okay,
Yes, I saw something like that.
great. Thank
Okay.
you, Olga. So, and I'm going to start an email to you all too. And again, I'll send it tomorrow just because I'll have more to add. But I will put this in the email to you all. Olga, thank you very much. Okay.
Now that I think about it, I did see that in the document as well. So
Okay.
everybody should have that.
Okay, great.
Vicky, what I did notice, the documents that Catherine sent had my embarkation at 1 o'clock. But when I did the check-in, it was at 2 o'clock. That was my only option. That shouldn't be a problem, is it?
No, especially I would go by what are on your documents also. And again, since your flight is through Oceania and they know exactly what time you're getting in, I'm sure they timed it at 1, thinking that will be the time that you're going to arrive.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you'll have to get people arriving at 10:10, you'll get your luggage, go through the customs immigration and, so that takes a little bit of time. So likely, that group will be getting to the ship, let's see. Yeah, maybe 12:30 or 1. So probably really doesn't matter what time you show up and what the embarkation time says anyways. Okay, so I have everyone's arrival flights. Your arrival into Bangkok. Again, I'll just reiterate, you go through the immigration, collect your bags. After you exit baggage claim, look for the Oceania representative, who will provide directions. And again, you might have to wait a little while, but they told us today, the maximum that groups will have to wait will be 1 hour. So also on the day of arrival, I would love, since we're not on this cruise, we're not doing the pre-cruise hotel, I'm going to have a meeting on board the ship, just for me to give you your welcome packets and and to give you the schedule for the first 2 days. I've decided for this cruise because I really don't have information. Sometimes cruise lines prior to the trip will give us their daily schedules with the caveat that things may change. Oceania has not given me anything. So I'm going to be doing a daily schedule that I'll give to you the night before. But anyway, so I'm going to have an embarkation meeting, and let me just tell you what time that is going to be and where.
But you put that in the email you're going to send us.
I'll put
too,
that,
right?
yeah, I'll put that in the email as well, but I just wanted to let you know. And do I have that pulled up? Yes, I do. It's going to be on embarkation day from 3 to 4. Likely it will only take 30 minutes. Again, I'll send this to you in the email, but just so you know, we'll have time to have lunch on board. I'm sure we'll meet up on board before then, but from 3 to 4, I'll have a quick meeting for all of us on board. And let's see what else.
I'll try not to sleep through it.
I'll try not to be boring.
No, it's not a boring thing. It's just after that much travel and the like,
I know. I know the time differences, it's a big adjustment, definitely. So if you haven't signed up for, or if you want to sign up for more shore excursions, you can still do that. We do have a signature experience on February 13th that I wanted to make sure that you all knew about. It was in the final vacation details. Joanne, I believe you had already signed up for that full day Bangkok tour.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I had also wanted to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think I get back, it's scheduled to get back to the ship at, I think, 5 o'clock.
Okay,
That's what the schedule says, but quite often I know they run late.
yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And
So
the,
I will probably miss.
okay, okay. So has anyone else signed up for that? David, have you signed up for that long one? It's a 10.5 hour excursion on the first day.
No, I didn't sign up for anything that was 10 hours.
Okay, okay. So,
I don't think. I did it so long ago. I don't
Yeah,
think
and for me, I'm pretty sure I signed up for like a 4 hour one the first day and an 8 or 9 hour one the next.
okay. So our signature experience on that first day is, let me just go to the explanation of it. It's called Perfect Pairings. I've been told from 4 to 6 p.m. So it is a gourmet. I was reading this here saying, oh no, she didn't change it. She did change it. There was a scheduling conflict about the dinner cruise in Bangkok. Unfortunately, that would have been amazing. But we're doing a perfect pairing wine cooking class and dinner in the Culinary Center aboard the Riviera. So the Culinary Center is aboard the Oceania ships. It's unique to that ship. It's supposed to be a really fabulous experience, wine and food, a pairing. Let's see here. It focuses on menus featuring dishes paired with premium and often rare wines, curated by Oceania's talented chefs and sommeliers. So that will be from 4 to 6 p.m. on February 13th. Okay, so just wanted to apprise you all of that too. If you've selected a shorter excursion, it will get back before the beginning of that experience. If you find that you have a conflict, STI will credit you for the amount of the wine pairing. So just so you know, if you miss the wine pairing because of an excursion that you've already selected and really had your heart set on. Does anyone have any questions for me?
I do have a question about what would you recommend as far as money is concerned? Do we need to get some local currency or what
So yeah, we're
what's
going
the
to be
thought?
traveling through, several countries with different
Right,
currencies.
right.
From what I've been told, we can do currency exchange on board the ship to make things easier.
Okay.
Also, if you find that you want to get at least some of the Thailand currency, since that's the first country we go to, you could go to your bank. You can also, a way I like to get local currency is actually through the ATMs there. However, I don't know in the cities, ATMs will be available. In the smaller villages, not quite sure about that. So I recommend bringing, some American cash with you and then exchanging on board the ship.
Okay.
And they always offer,
Yeah,
in my
okay.
experience, very competitive rates. You don't have to
Oh.
worry about the high commissions and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good question. Very good question. Does everyone, are you going to be doing international plans on your phone? Now the ship has Wi-Fi. But when you're out and about during the day, are you like what I do? I have AT&T. I just do the $10 a day. And it gives me, I believe Verizon has that as well.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I have an international plan as well, and it doesn't really cost anything more. It's an interesting plan.
With who, David?
Google Fi,
Ah, I'm gonna look into that.
in particular, the data, it does cost more for the calls, but for data, it's the same price for data, whether you're in the US or traveling abroad.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you for saying that.
Ooh.
You know,
It's basically $10 a gig, which is nothing when you're traveling abroad.
no, it's very good. And good Olga has hers with global travel with Xfinity. Okay. Great, great, great. So we can all stay in touch. And if we're out, doing different excursions during the day, if anyone needs me at any time, you can please know that I'm there for you all to help you if you have any problems, to help make your vacation as great as it can be. So I'll start that WhatsApp group the day before I depart from here, which will be February 9th, the day before, and just make sure that we're all on board with the WhatsApp. The ship looks very, very nice. Has anyone traveled with Oceania before?
No, I haven't.
No,
My first time.
Mm-mm.
Great, my first time too. Let's
I do have
see.
a question about beverage packages, though. So I'm a
Okay.
little bit confused when I compared the packages when I looked in Oceania's site versus versus my understanding is wine and beer are included with meals, and they offer a beverage package that includes it with meals, but don't show that we have it.
Okay. Yes, I thought beverage package was one of the inclusions. Let's see.
I saw that.
I thought I saw that.
I
yeah,
did.
I think it's included too.
I just wanted to understand that because I know they had several different levels, a premium one and a regular one, and then one that was no alcohol kind of thing. And I just didn't see any evidence of which one we had.
Yes, my understanding is that we don't have you all don't have the premium, but the regular beverage package. And then typically with beverage packages, if you have, for instance, the standard one, then if you want a premium drink,
You pay extra.
yeah, you would pay the difference in the price between
Sure.
the standard. Okay, and then, okay, so I
don't need an answer right now, but I'd
okay.
like to understand that. In particular, I'd like to know, for example, once on board or something, can I upgrade the plan to the premium one if I decide it's worthwhile? Because
Yeah.
I've never traveled with them before. I don't know what's included with what.
Okay. I wrote that down. I'll ask, can the plan be upgraded once on board? And what is the real difference between the plans?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and then Olga has a note here. A friend was in Asia during the holidays. She advised me to take a bag to carry my shoes with me if
Okay.
required to take our shoes at the entrance of temples. Like pickpocket, shoes go missing. Olga, oh my goodness. That's very good information to know.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so I know
What'd
a
you
lot
say?
of women, we have little shoe bags that sometimes you get when you buy a pair of shoes. If not,
Ah,
if not, maybe, pack one of the reusable grocery bags
Mhm.
with you, something that you can crumble up, or one of those nylon bags that are really little. Thank you very much, Olga. Yes, so in every temple I've been in, we've had to take our shoes off, or they've given us things to cover our shoes, like these little, like, when you go into a place that has just been cleaned and they give you those little things to cover. Also,
shoe
ladies,
cover.
bring with you one thin sarong type wrap. And again, though, when I was in Indonesia, men had to wear them too around their waists, but they were given to us. So, David, if you have a sarong,
Yeah,
bring it.
I'll have to just choose amongst the many I have.
maybe Maybe I'll bring an extra for you, but in the temples I've been in, they've supplied them for us also. But if you have one, bring one, kind of a big one, because for the ladies and men, again, this was in in India and in Indonesia, we had to tie them around our waists, men and women. I don't remember doing, that was in, anyways. I'll give you all that information too when we're on board, and certainly with your excursions, they'll give us detailed information about what not to wear. That's something that I still have to do a lot of research on about, being covered. Do women have to be covered? I know going into Catholic,
Yes, you
dormitories and
do.
things.
I'm sure I read something on a couple of the tours to make sure that your shoulders were covered
Covered.
and your knees.
Okay, so yeah, so just like in
Yeah.
in Catholic
Yeah.
churches. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have a big scarf, sarong, bring that, or bring a couple. At least they don't take up a lot of room in your luggage. And hopefully we can buy some more beautiful silk ones while we're there.
Mhm.
Trying to think, I think I've covered all of the important things. Can you all think of anything? So everyone, please look on the documents that Oceana sent you. Look at your flights, make sure, please, that they correspond with the flight information that STI has on the final vacation details. If there are any changes, please let us know. Also, you can check. I think I'm in my Oceana. I can show you. I'm going to share my screen with you. I've enjoyed going into my account and looking. Have you all taken a chance to go into your Oceana account?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You pretty much had to just try to do excursions.
To do,
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to share my screen quickly. Share screen. Okay, so here I am. I'm in mine already. I'm in my account. Can I scroll? So if you look here, it will show, you'll see that there are these toggles, these tabs. Under shore excursion, it shows, you can click and look at the excursions you've purchased, dining. I have none. 0 of 4 reservations completed.
I haven't made mine.
No, so I do want to tell you all this. Typically, I tried actually 2 months ago to make reservations for the group together in each of the restaurants, each of the ones that are included. La Reserve and Privé are extra. Because we didn't have a group of 10, they wouldn't allow me to. However, once I get on board, I'm going to be making us group reservations so that we get to try all of the restaurants on board. So I want to let you know, although I wasn't able to do that before the cruise, I will do that for us once we embark. Also, for the excursions, once I get on board, and I'll have before I meet with you all on embarkation day, I have a meeting with the group supervisor. I will also go over everyone's excursions and make sure that, like, for instance, if 3 of you are on the same excursion on one day, they might have different times. I'm going to try to see if they can get everyone on the same, from our group on the same excursion. So if there's anything that, I want everyone to be able to try all of the different restaurants on board. It depends. So like you can see here in my reservation, it says, because of the level stateroom I have, I can do 1 reservation per restaurant in each of those 4. No, Jacques, Polo Grill, Red Ginger, and Toscana. So if someone has a balcony or a higher level stateroom than I have. You might get 5 or 6 reservations available, but at the very least, I will make us reservations at each of those 4 restaurants one time. If you want me to make more reservations for you, let me know and I'll make any reservation that you want. Even throughout the course of the trip, if you say, oh gosh, Vicky, I really wanted to sign up for this excursion, will you see if it's still available? Anything like that, please come to me and I'll go and, because I can go straight to the guest services coordinator. I'm sorry, group services coordinator. So it will save you time. Sometimes lines can be long, or they might say it's all sold out, but I might be able to, finagle something for you. So, but again, looking in your reservation, you can see had there been any hotels, land programs, other options. The last tab is, so here, other options, culinary classes. Mine says 0 because I don't get to enjoy that cooking class with you all, but you all should have that signature experience on February 13th in other options, okay? And then you have the transfers and visas.
I do, I see
Transfer.
that there.
So right now, I don't have a transfer. I hope to have one. And then visa, it says the following visas have been purchased for your cruise, Vietnam, all nationalities. So there you'll see a documentation of everything that you have. So it's, yeah, you can go in there, change your excursions up to a certain time. I'll stop sharing because I can't see if Olga has any questions when I have that. No.
And I'd love to do the other 2 restaurants as well if other people are interested.
The Privé and La Reserve.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So in the email that I send, I will also put it out there and just try to get, if you all let me know before I arrive on board that you might want to do this, then when I get on board and meet with the group services person, I can try to get those reservations for you. Email include.
So are we going to have a dinner reservation for every night?
Yeah.
And
We'll have
what
a reservation.
time?
Yeah. So, okay. So what I've been told so far, because I wasn't able to make a group reservation, is that we should get there at 6:15 to be able to be seated together. We're only a group of 7. So I'll request, when I get on board, I will request a table for 8 for our group every night. If I can get the reservations, I will look at the excursion and the times they get back and modify that. But it might be like 6:30 most nights. If some excursions are going till, let's say 7 p.m. on certain night, I might modify it. But again, every day I'm going to give you the schedule for the next day but we will have dinner reservations for every night. Don't worry about that. That is my first priority when we get on board, and there's room for everyone on board the ship to have dinner. And it's not like we're a group of 20 looking to be seated together. We're one table of 8. So, and they know we're coming. They know we're a group. Just their policy is, in order to make group reservations for dining, you have to have 10 or more people. So that first day when I get on board, I'll be busy for the first hour and a half or so, going around and meeting with people and getting the reservations firmed up. Also for shows on board the ship, you don't, as far as I know, we don't need reservations, but I try to pick a time and a date that works for everyone with their excursion. So I'll also have all of that information I'll have once I get on board.
You worried about what your room?
I didn't hear that, sorry. Did someone say something?
I think that might have been something on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
And Olga has, David, Olga said she'll join you for the other restaurants. She has one night excursion that includes dinner. It's on Sunday, the 18th. Okay,
Yep,
great.
I see that, so we can, you know, as long as,
I'll send that email out too to everybody. And sorry, my cats are like gonna be coming on screen in a second. I'm trying to put them
they're
away.
going to join you.
Yeah, they're both like, why are you awake? We were sleeping so nicely.
Actually, aren't cats mostly nocturnal? They're probably wondering why you're up when they are.
You know what's funny is my cats will go to bed when I go to bed.
Okay,
Yeah, I do have one little foster cat here, and he can sometimes runs around in the middle of the night, but the two that are mine that I own, when I go into bed, they follow me in and they sleep all night. It's wonderful. So are you all getting excited?
Yes, I am.
yep,
Yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah.
So ready. Are there any places on this cruise that it was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to go there?
Halong Bay.
Isn't that, oh, I'm looking behind me. I think that's what I tried to put up on my,
Ah,
is
yeah.
anyone doing the junk cruise on Halong Bay?
Yes, I signed up for that.
Okay, I'm on that. I hope I'm at the same time.
Yeah.
As you.
I have a different question. So I remember Oceana was sending us notes, and one of them was around health stuff, and it said about taking malaria pills for Thailand. So is that something that they actually check, or is it just on your honor? So to speak?
Yeah, it's not something that they're going to check from what I've been told. I know personally, I'm not going to do the prophylactic
And
malaria.
I can tell you, I went and saw a specialist for all the vaccinations and things like that, and they told me they wouldn't do it for there because none of the excursions I signed up for anyway take me into the high risk areas. So,
Well,
Okay,
so they basically just told me, yeah, just put on some DEET, be careful, put on some DEET. Beyond that, you should be good for Thailand, and nowhere else that we're going has an issue or risk to begin with.
Right, right,
okay,
the CDC site also, the areas that we're going, it was avoid mosquitoes,
yeah,
basically. Right. It wasn't a mandatory requirement
right,
recommended for malaria.
right.
okay.
I'm going to be bringing in case, face masks for everybody. Just out of precaution, if anyone ends up getting sick, getting COVID, knock on wood, no one's gonna get.
No, please, nobody get COVID.
No,
I've been there, done that. It was no fun.
but I will have face masks, at least just 2 per person at least. And if you have hand sanitizer, bring that or whatever. Oh, there's a new message. I wonder why Ron didn't. Oh, Olga's doing the junk tour with meditation on Friday, February 23rd. Oh,
Mine's not with meditation.
mine wasn't either. And then Olga, I think I saw you're doing something with Tai Chi. Is that correct? On one day? She'll answer in a sec. Now let me just check my email again and see, where did Ron go? Don't know. He told me he was gonna join and he's not in the chat. Well, I hope, I want to say I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you. This will be, I'm sure, an incredible, incredible journey and to places that none of us has ever been before, at least to most of the places. So I'm so looking
Right.
forward to it, looking forward to spending some good time with all of you and helping to make your vacation really the best that it can be. So, okay, she said not Tai Chi, but she has one with foot reflexology. I saw they had an excursion. It was so expensive though, with like an herbalist or some some doctor. And I thought
Mhm.
that would be so interesting, but it was very expensive. And
There were a lot of expensive options here.
yes, those were like the
Oh,
private.
yeah, really.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Does anyone have any last minute, last questions for me?
Mm, I
Wha-
don't think so.
Yep. Once you
Mm.
set up the WhatsApp thing, I'll ask questions there
Okay. And
if I
also,
come up with more.
Yeah.
again, I'll send out an email to you all tomorrow. Anything, any questions that you think of between now and, the day of the tour, email me. It's better until I set up the WhatsApp group, it's better to email me. Once I have the the WhatsApp group set up, feel free to text me, especially while I'm traveling. I always have that phone with me, turned on, basically in my hand. So, but any questions you think of, just email me and I'll get back to you with the answer. I have the questions written down from tonight that a few people had, and I will work on getting answers to those about the beverage package. Can you upgrade? Sending info.
And while
out.
I know you can upgrade by paying the full price, can we upgrade at a reduced price is going to be the key. Because I really don't want to spend $900 or whatever the upgraded package was.
They were
If there's
making you pay the full price of the package, even though you already have one?
because they don't show me having one.
That makes sense.
Ah, okay, yeah, I'll get that sorted out. And I'll let everybody know the answer to it.
I mean,
Okay.
that's, and I'm not drinking all the time or anything, but I like to have nice wine with meals.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Okay, Olga, oh, I guess you all can see it, but she says she looks forward to meeting everybody. Yeah, look forward to seeing you too, Olga.
Oh, same here.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording this.